Well, hello, folks. Welcome to Pastoral Ministries, course PT 331 with Southeastern Baptist College. My name is Brandon Powell, and I'm looking forward to helping you guys and being with you guys this semester. I'm excited for studying this curriculum with you, studying this material with you. I do want to take a minute to tell you about me before we get into kind of course materials. So, I'm kind of where some of you are, or some of you hope to be in terms of ministry opportunities and those kinds of things. And so I just want to share a little bit about me with you. I was called to ministry when I was about 18 years old, and I too, like you, thought I needed an education to be able to better serve the church. And so I went through some of the same things that you are going through now. I went through and got an undergraduate degree from Blue Mountain College, the Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Studies, and then I went to Southern Seminary and got a master's degree, Master of Divinity in Christian Ministries, and then a few years ago completed a doctorate of ministry in leadership and administration. And so, in terms of education, I've been kind of where you guys are, and I feel for you while you're working through this degree, and I'm excited for you while you're working through this degree. In terms of ministry experience, I'm in my 11th year now as a senior pastor. So that's not forever, but it is a little bit of time. And so I've got some experience in pastoral ministry in church. Served on staff in a couple of churches for a few years as well. And so right at 15 years now in vocational ministry. And so I've got a little bit of experience, not tons. There are some people with a whole lot more, but 15-ish years of experience. And so been kind of where some of you are now, I assume, in terms of ministry and ministry opportunities and those kinds of things. And so some of you may have been in some other places and done some other things, and so that's exciting. But that's a little bit about me. I'm married. I have 4 kids, and right now I'm the pastor of First Baptist Church of Byram in Byram, Mississippi, which is just south of Jackson. And so I'm excited to study with you. I'm excited to work with you this semester, and I really hope that this can be more than an academic thing for us. I'm hopeful that this will be an opportunity for you and me to really learn together about pastoral ministry. You learn after a while, some of you know this already, that you need other ministers and other people in ministry. So I'm looking forward to being with you through this semester. And if you need me, I want to let you know you can contact me. Email is probably preferable, but you can contact me anytime if I can help you in any kind of way. Well, I do want to get on to the course material, and so this video I mainly want to just review the syllabus with you. So I hope that you have gone to the info page on the Populi site, and if you haven't, go ahead and pause the video now and get that up so you can follow along with me there. Either print it off or just look at it online there. But you want to take a look at that syllabus real quick. Let me tell you again, I'm Brandon Powell. You'll see my cell phone number on there. You can contact me that way. I will be slower getting back with you if you call me, but if you email me, I'll get with you for sure as quickly as possible. You'll see a course description on there, and I don't want to take time to read that to you. You guys are smart. You're able to read through that course description. Don't forget though, there are some required textbooks for this course. And if you haven't ordered those, you need to do that as soon as possible. I know some of you guys are waiting on payday and that sort of thing. That's totally fine. But let's go ahead and get that done as quickly as possible, because most of this course is going to be built around these 2 books. The vast majority of what we're going to do in this course is around these 2 books. And so I want to mention the 2 required texts for you. We have Joe Cawthon and Jerry Barlow. They wrote Dr. Cawthon actually originally wrote it, and then Jerry Barlow has helped to edit it in a later edition. But Equipped for Good Work, A Guide for Pastors, 3rd edition. Go ahead and try to get that if you can as soon as possible. That's a great book by good Southern Baptist guys. I know some of you are BMA, and this is a good BMA school, but those are great Southern Baptist guys who have a lot of Baptistic positions, of course, and so you'll recognize all that as you read through there. It's going to be a really practical book, a really helpful book. It's not really in depth, but it's a good introduction to pastoral ministry concepts. Another great book that we're going to use, and we'll actually start with this book in the first week, is Derek Prime and Alistair Begg. Now, I do want to tell you, they wrote the book on being a pastor, understanding our calling and work. I want to tell you, though, that their book is not going to come from a Baptist perspective so much, but I still think they have some tremendous help for us in ministry. And so I think you can learn from those guys quite a bit. So be sure to get those two books, and you'll see as we go through the syllabus here that you'll be reading from one or both of those books each week. So be sure to get that. Other books, another recommended book that I just can't recommend this book highly enough, John Bassanio's Pastor's Handbook. If you haven't read that book, it's optional. I'm not telling you have to get it, but it is a book filled with wisdom for pastors. And so I think you would really benefit from that. And he's got some really brief sections in there that would be helpful when you have questions about particular things that you might come across. So there will be some other things on Populi later on. I'll mention a list of books that I'll provide to you a little later. But in terms of course requirements, of course, this is an online course, so you'll need internet availability, and you'll need to be able to get onto Populi, which is the school website for coursework, course website. So be sure to make sure you got all that going. So you'll need computer and internet and all those kinds of things, obviously. Course structure. This course will be delivered primarily through weekly readings. So you'll have assigned chapters each week. I will also try to upload probably about once a week, just a brief little kind of a lecture or overview of some of the material that you're covering in those books each week, so that you get to hear that information a couple of times, and maybe I can add a little bit of insight to some of that as we go. But the main thing is you got to get those books and you got to read those books. If you read, you will do well in this course. I can promise you that. Read those books, learn what's in those books, and you will do exceptionally well in this course. One thing that's new it'll be hang on, I think I had a little technical glitch there. Sorry. One of the things that's required this year at Southeastern, particularly in this course, is a field experience. So for this course, you have one assignment designed to create a field experiment using content from the course. So in this course, here's what you'll do. Each student must make one pastoral visit, hospital visit, nursing home visit, home visit, something with a pastor from your church. So that could be your pastor, your youth pastor, your associate pastor, somebody. Just go to the hospital with them, make a visit, go to the nursing home. If you are the pastor of your church, and that is certainly a real possibility, if you are the pastor of your church, I know you can do these things on your own, but do this for me. If you are the pastor of your church, get a pastor friend to go with you. Get an associate pastor in your church if you have one, a deacon in your church, someone to go with you on that visit. Maybe someone that you could learn from. Just go and visit with another pastor who's got some experience that could benefit you. After that visit, I want you to just write down a half a page reflection paper. So that's more or less just, hey, what did you learn from this experience? What did you pick up on this experience when you were out? So that's your field experience. Let's move on down to page 3. You can read those things, the learning objectives for this course. I'm not gonna elaborate on all that. You can read those things. How you'll meet those objectives through a combination of these things: watching the lecture material, completing reading assignments, completing weekly quizzes. I'll get to that in a minute. Completing exams. You'll have 2 exams in this course. Completing a book review and the field assignment. So that's how you'll accomplish the cognitive goals, the learning objectives above. Moving down to page 5. On page 5, you'll find something pretty important, and it's just a schedule. It doesn't have the dates, but it's got week 1 through week 16. This is the content that you will need for getting this course done. Each week, you will need to do the assigned chapter. And here's what will happen. So week one, you'll have the syllabus intro video, which you're watching now, and you'll have 2 chapters from Prime and Beg. And so you want to read those 2 chapters, and then the next week you'll have a quiz on the previous week's material. Okay, the next week it'll be available the first day of the next week, so it'll be available Sunday. We'll do Sunday, or well, it'll be available Monday probably. So we'll do Monday weeks. So next Monday you'll have a quiz available. You'll have a week to take it. You'll have a quiz available on this week's material. So the quizzes will be 1 week behind. And then the next week, the same thing. Now, on weeks where we have an exam, you won't have a quiz on that material. That material will be included in the exam on the midterm and on the final. The final will be comprehensive, so it'll include everything. If you have questions about that schedule, I'll be glad to elaborate on that via email or however you need to get in touch with me. Going down to page 6 on the syllabus, you'll see the grading policy, the grading, the courses. The requirements of this course and how we'll grade each of those things. The midterm exam will be worth 30 points, and it will be cumulative for everything up to that point. So everything you've studied, and let me tell you, this is key for this class. As you take those quizzes, learn the questions, the content that I'm quizzing you on each week, because primarily, almost exclusively, the exams will be made up of the information you already have been quizzed on. So I hope that you will hear me there. Make sure you study each week for those quizzes, then take that quiz information and prepare for the midterm and for the final exam, okay? So you'll have a 30-point midterm exam. It'll be worth 30% of your grade. It'll be 100 points, but it'll be worth 30% of your grade. The final exam will be worth 30% of your grade as well, and be cumulative, including everything you've studied all semester. You'll have weekly quizzes. Now that won't be every week. You'll miss the week of the midterm exam. You'll miss any kind of school holiday weeks and those kinds of things. And I'll put that all in populate there when we get to the lessons page. I'll put that in there for you. Weekly quizzes. Then we'll have a book review. That's due week 15, and that'll all be in that lesson schedule by the end of this week, probably at the end of this first week. It'll all be in there. So you have a book review due the next to last week of class, basically, and the field experience will be due the next to last week of class. So we go back to that book review. I'm going to provide you with a list of books. If you have a book that you really enjoy on pastoral ministry, maybe you are a book that maybe you want to read on pastoral ministry, let me know what that book is, and I'll try to approve that for you. When you do that book review, here's what a book review will be in this class. About 50% of the 6 to 8 pages you'll see there, each student will choose a book from a list provided by the professor and complete a 6 to 8 page review. The review will be approximately 50% summary, so half of it will be summary, and half of it will be analysis of strengths, weaknesses, and benefits of the book. So be sure to do that. Don't just give me summary. Don't just give me analysis. I want to see about 50% summary of the book, and I want to see about 50% analysis of the book. And then the last assignment is the field experience, and that's worth about 10% of your grade. And so be sure you do that. Again, that's the pastoral visiting thing there. The grading scale for this course is just like every other course at Southeastern. It's a 10-point scale. So 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 60 to 69 is a D, and 0 to 59 is an F. So I don't expect to have any of those problems. If you guys have trouble, if you get off track, let me know, and I will try to do everything I can to help you, okay? Attendance in class, those kinds of things. With an online course, if you accomplish the work by the deadlines, I consider you to be present, okay? So that's how we do that. Let's see. Assignments, they should be submitted electronically through Populi. So make sure you upload those things in there. Make sure you do those exams online, everything you're supposed to be doing there. I don't know exactly the exact dates, but pay attention to the dates. If you have any intention of dropping this course at some point, understand when you may drop this course policy there. And so you'll want to, if you for some reason have to get out of the course, I hope you don't, but if you have to get out of the course, so make sure you get out of there in the right time frame so that you're not penalized for that. If you have any kind of major issues that come up, listen, I want you guys to feel free to contact me at any point. I'm happy to try to help you, and I want to work with you through this semester. You can read the rest of that syllabus there. It's all pretty standard information. I do want you to read it. Just go ahead and read through that thing. And then in this first week, read the chapters that are assigned for week 1. And when you do that, next week, you will have a quiz. Now, I may give some extended time since I know a few of you haven't yet gotten the textbooks at this point. And so I may give a little bit of extended time for the first quiz. After that, you guys you just have to have the book. Okay, so after that, you just need to have the book. So make sure you're doing that to the best of your ability. If you're local to Laurel, I think that the library has these books there if you have to borrow one. I'm pretty sure that they have them. Well, I hope that you enjoy this semester. I am really looking forward to this semester. I'm excited about this class. I think it's going to be good for you guys. I think it'll be good for me to help and to be a part of that. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about what I'll learn from y'all reading your papers and seeing your coursework. And if you need anything, be sure to let me know. Also, this is not a requirement, but if you need just to talk to another minister, there's a few of us in this course, and so we have the discussion board there. Be sure to put any questions on there. If you've got thoughts, if you've got comments, you need some feedback from some other guys in the trenches there with you, just go ahead and put your questions, comments on the discussion board, and everybody will feel free to hopefully feel free to interact and engage there, and we'll try to be of help to you. So I'm really looking forward to this semester, and if I can help you in any kind of way, get in touch with me, and I'll look forward to working with you the rest of this time. Have a great day. Bye.